What's up, friends? Welcome. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast, The Plot Pickens. Decision time with George Pickens. And did anybody see this coming with the Cowboys team of 2025? This show starts. Meow. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday. No one don't see us on this day.
Well, they see us on a mini pod.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the mini pod.
That's true.
But now you get a full hour of us on a Wednesday.
Hold on. Wait. What do we got here?
You're the Doodle Queen.
Well, it appears that I am Green Eye Message. It appears that is my name. I do own an Android.
That is true. You do.
Yeah, but y'all need to think about this for a second. While your phones are boring as hell, watch this. All right, Jesse, I'll see when we get there. You said what to me?
That's the best thing that you got?
Y'all can't do that. Set it up like this to take a picture of everybody where you can see it on both sides, what's happening. Y'all don't have that. But we're here to talk about the Cowboys. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff. I'm seated next to former Cowboys wide receiver, Jesse Holly.
Yeah!
What about... He is next to the greatest beat.
Hold on. You got somebody to shout out to.
Yeah, shout out. Happy birthday to Natalie Allen. Shout out to Natalie Allen. Happy birthday to you.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, you're using our broadcast to try to...
I see what you're doing. I know Natalie. I see what you're doing. Got some nice little shots on her birthday on her Facebook page. I know what you're doing.
What does that mean?
You like them aunties.
I give it. People say, can I get a shout out? I oblige.
Love you, Natalie.
Oh, now look.
Sarah.
Look. I told you.
really
Hey, look,
don't do
Dirty
older
Mac
women.
extraordinaire right there. Look,
But I see
Dirty
those-
Mac extraordinaire. Go
But I
ahead.
see those photos.
Go ahead.
Nice photo shoot, baby.
Continue.
Next to Jesse is the greatest
Dirty
beat writer.
Mackin beat writer in Cowboy history,
Sir.
Mr. Clarence Hill.
Yep.
I don't do young women. I've been knowing Natalie. It's a grown woman.
It's Dirty Mac.
Next to Clarence is the second greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, but hot on his heels, Mr. Ali Jawad. Ali got his shady rays on, it looks like. I'd like to dedicate my performance on today's show to Gabrielle Union.
Oh, babe. Oh, she married, ain't she?
If anything ever happens, send me a message.
Oh, you like this? Okay.
You gonna say bring it on, baby? Bring it on. Bring it
like a
on.
little- you like
Bring It
a little-
On was a good movie.
You like
Bring
a
it
little
on.
swirl?
It's cold in here. Must be some clovers in the atmosphere.
Bring it on.
Okay, I see you with the swirl.
Clarence is looking for a Halloween costume suggestion. He's trying to steal Stars gear from the set so that he can get a costume for free. So if you have any ideas for Clarence, he does need a Halloween costume.
Last minute, reasonably priced.
Amazon will get
costume.
them to you in the morning. I was looking at a wizard, a knight, and a Roman soldier.
guys.
I was talking about somebody I've never worn a costume since I was a kid, and I don't. I went to a '70s party and I put an Afro wig on. And
You just
stuff
should have showed up. You should have just showed up.
I got an Afro wig, and
And that was it.
That was
Yeah, because you fit the 70s. You walked right in.
Put some white on. You got to have that gear from the '70s and stuff like that. So I don't really have a Halloween. I've never done that. But we were talking about it earlier. If there's a Halloween party costume, and you're the only person in there with no Halloween costume, you look weird. And I always think that people that wear costumes look weird.
Right. But once you become the only person that isn't one of them, now you're the weirdo.
Yeah, you're the weirdo.
And now you're uncomfortable.
Become the minority.
And it turns out you should have just
you're not
put
as
on
cool
a
as
Hooters
you-
waitress outfit and showed up.
You're not as cool as you. What?
You guys have never cross-dressed for Halloween?
Oh,
See,
my God.
you know what? This morning, this morning, I'm starting to question
Went
a
to the
lot
doctor,
of stuff.
got my Adderall back.
Yeah. Starting to question a lot of stuff on you
Y'all
this
in
morning,
trouble.
man.
Can the Cowboys cross-dress as a good football team?
Ooh.
Can they do that?
Yeah, it's not the topic of the segment, but I mean, that was a good way to try to get me to talk about the Cowboys.
What?
Good
That's your goal.
transition.
Ed Werder with the report. So we have to see, is Ed Werder trustworthy, and will Clarence tear him down and correct the report that the Cowboys have had no contact? We were a week from the trade deadline. The Cowboys have had no negotiations with George Pickens at all. I was about to express an opinion, but I shouldn't do that yet. I should just wait for Clarence Hill to report.
I mean, is the sky blue? I mean, what
why is this a breaking news?
It's not a breaking news story.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have to do anything with Pickens. And Pickens is not interested in doing a deal right now.
But doesn't that make...
What? Make what?
The Cowboys front office fools.
If what?
So you're a week away for a guy who's on the last year of his deal, who has an agent that you've tried to deal with in the past, who, if you franchise tag one of his players, they tend to have, not going to be able to, my hip flexor. Are you not insane? If a week before the trade deadline, you aren't at least feeling out, do we think that we're going to have a chance to get something done with this guy? Is he going to be here for 3 or 4 years? Or is he going to walk away? Don't you want to know these things before you might need to make a decision on if you want to move somebody?
What's interesting is
Better be interesting.
We spend so much time talking about guys. You paid him too early. You paid him too early. Now we regret that deal. We paid him too early. We're doing that with Diggs. All the questions that you had with Pickens and about Pickens coming from Pittsburgh before the season. He plays 7 games, and now you're ready to marry him? Long term?
Okay, so you don't want to keep George Pickens.
Didn't say that.
That's what I heard.
But I'm saying you asking them to commit long term, big money deal, knowing the way he started the season as hard as anybody in the league. He wants CD Lamb money or better. Okay? And
is that factual or is that
opinion based?
Is that opinion based or factual?
That's factual. Come on, let's be.
Are you reporting this or do you think this?
There's a big difference.
Because if you're reporting it, I'm going to tweet it.
I just got common sense.
Can I put on my Twitter?
I just got common sense.
Can I put on my Twitter?
He's not trying to take less money. That's why he came to that. I mean, let's be honest. We've been talking to them since the offseason. One reason why he wanted to come to Dallas, he thinks he's the number 1 receiver. He says he's the number 1 receiver. He knows he's the number 1 talent coming out of college. They're trying to maximize everything. That's why he came to Dallas. So he was excited to come to Dallas to play in the offense where he can maximize his skills and maximize his earnings in the free agent market. He's not taking less money after 7 games.
When he has
a year that said, this is who we thought we were going to get in college. That's the guy. And there are people actually debating whether it's crazy or not, whether they should keep him and trade CD Lamb. He's not taking less money.
Yeah, our boss's boss is here, and he's trying to get us to trade CD, I think.
So, but okay.
He's not.
Because here's where I'm confused is, now I know sometimes you have a say-so in where you get traded to if a team so obliges to give you that option of saying, hey, give me some teams you'd like to go to. If you wanted to come and show the world that you were truly a number 1, the destination that you choose or chose wouldn't have been a destination that you for sure knew had a bona fide number 1 wide receiver who has already gotten paid. Like, if I want to show I'm a number 1, I'm going to go somewhere where there isn't a number 1, where I can go and shine. And now there isn't a question about whether you'll pay me CD Lamb money. The problem is now is that you come here and you're always going to be matched up against CD Lamb. And they're going to say, how can you ask for more money or just as much money or more, as you said, than the guy across from you that we've already paid, and you're not better than him?
Because you're being logical. You're being like, no, listen, no,
don't be logical, Jess.
No, because I know a lot of fans who hold this. Well, Dak's making 60, and he's making more than Patrick Mahomes, so he should be playing better than Patrick Mahomes.
No. How it work would be if Dak became a free agent and he says, I want to show the world that I'm a number 1 and I'm a quarterback, I'm going to go to Kansas City.
You're getting lost in the rhetoric here. What I'm saying is this. First of all, number 1, he did not choose Dallas. Dallas traded for him. You don't really get a chance to choose.
Well, I said that part to begin with.
Yeah. But the fact that he's here, he knows how they're going to throw the ball around the park. He knows the opportunity was there. But we've had conversations. Yes, he wants to get paid as a number 1. That's a fact. Whether he came here to CD, no matter where he went, he felt the offense, the quarterback was going to give him opportunity to maximize his skills. Now he's shown you that, and he's shown to a lot of people that he is a number one. He's not taking less than number one money.
Then if that's your case, if that's your point, and logic is thrown out the window, trade him, because you're not getting that here. You're not. If that's the logic that we're going with, that he wants CeeDee Lamb money, trade him today. He's not getting that here. There's no way in hell that Jerry's paying two receivers $34 million. You're not paying two guys $34 million?
Seven, 9-1.
I'm riding this out to the end of the season, but they're not.
We're having two different topics here. Number one, I'm not saying you shouldn't trade him. The bottom is they're not going to trade it. Okay, that's not happening. They're not selling. They're not trading him. So trading him is off the table. And right now, he doesn't want to sign a deal that's not going to get him less than number one. And what do the Cowboys pay him? What do you pay him after 7 games?
And that's
where we are.
And that's what goes back to Jeff's point. That's a point that I made 2-3 weeks ago when I said Jerry, Steven, whoever, Adam, Todd, whoever should be on the phone trying to get some sort of understanding from Mulageta about
Mulageta.
What do y'all want? What is it? Well, like if the season, let's project. If the season continues to go the way that it goes for him, and he has 1,200 yards and 13 touchdowns and whatever it is, what is a realistic number that you will think that we would be able to pay you, knowing what we have? Now Mulageta may say something crazy, right? But at least I have an understanding. And if he says a number that you're going, is that like where you're starting at, or like that's your final answer? Then once I get that, I come back to the table and I go, there's no way that we're actually going to be able to afford this dude. So while it may upset a ton of people mid-season, we need to go and get some sort of asset for him. Unless we plan on franchising him. And even that, I don't think the product, like, you're just pushing this thing down the line. You're pushing the anger down the line. Because even if you franchise him, that's going to create an issue. And then if he plays again, if he's healthy, he's probably going to put up some of the same or similar type numbers, which will lead you to this same place a year from now.
Let me say one thing. This whole notion of franchising them, yes, it's an option. They're not franchising.
Okay.
Because the $28-30 million goes right on your cap at the start of free agency.
Okay.
So your ability to use your free agent money to sign other players.
What are they going to need it for?
No, it's not about
what are they going to do in
but
free
it's $30
agency?
million on the cap from day one.
Right.
So if you're also looking
they might
to sign,
love that.
if you're also looking to sign other players,
they don't want to sign anybody else.
If you're also looking to sign defensive players, you're hamstrung because you have this $30 million hit right on your cap.
Yeah, but I don't think that bothers them. They love 1-year deals because then they don't have to sign real contracts. They don't have to spend
I understand
cash.
the 1-year deal. They like 1-year deals for the minimum.
Right.
Signing a 1-year deal for $30 million, whatever it is, that impacts your ability to be flexible and potentially add other players.
Well, I just think
that's two different things.
I just think it's, if you are a week from a trade deadline where you should be having a lot of conversations about, hey, what is the future?
Oh, Danny, that's real money, right?
Yeah, that's changed colors.
Yeah, it's real money.
That's real money. All right.
Daniel's in the super chat with a 50 bomb. Listening to this segment makes me laugh with confusion because you hear the beauty and craziness of Pop Pop. He's arguing both sides.
I was not.
hit him a club, Pop Pop.
I'm not in this one.
You went from working to grinding. I mean, what are you doing?
This is what people get every morning. They tune
Why don't
in.
we just get to see that spot? I mean, can we do the camera angle or something different?
We don't have a zoom out.
Why would you just see the crotch? I mean,
Girl,
Yeah, be careful.
I'm Grace Sweatpants.
I don't got no drawers on.
Oh my God.
He got no drawers on.
Okay, so
Yeah, I got no drawers on.
First we had the hoochie shorts banned. Now we're gonna be banning sweatpants and standing.
Yeah.
And for the record, I was not arguing both sides. I'm saying they're not trading him. We know that. And the idea that he's gonna take less money. That's all. He's not taking less money. He's not taking number 2 money. He's not taking number 2 money.
Okay, so that's you offering insight. I'm gonna offer opinion. If you are not doing your homework on exactly what it would take to keep him on a long-term deal and then figuring out, do we want to do this? And if we're not going to be able to do this, what is the way to maximize what we have with him, especially if we lose a game this week and we move to 3-5-1? Like, if your front office isn't doing those things, yeah. Dronos in Super Chat. Clarence should buy a robe and gavel. Go as Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. They're both OG Dirty Mac.
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Damn, Dro. That's
Dro.
wrong, Dirty. That's wrong.
Dro.
Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, how much do you attribute this thing happening with the Cowboys to the head coach? It's next.
It's 5K season in the DFW. The temperatures have dropped today. This is the first time I really had to put on a hoodie.
This is what you want for a 5K,
Yeah, this is what you actually would want for a 5K. There's no better way to join the fun than at the official Texas Rangers 5K presented by Medical City Health Center, set for November 9th. That's next or Sunday away from here. Oh, Fall Fest. I'm sorry. You got a Fall Fest? I don't have Fall Fest up.
Watch me pull this down. Let me see. Hold on, I got you covered. Watch me work. Watch me work on this. The leaves are changing. The temperature's dropping. The pumpkin spice lattes are brewing. Fall is upon us. Globe Life Field on November 2nd is Fall Festival. It's a fan event. It's back for a second straight year. Fall-themed activities, including face painting, trick-or-treat stations, run the bases, carnival games, and much more, all directly on the field. So it's great for you, the kids, the family. The event runs from 12 to 4 p.m. There will be a costume parade every hour, so wear your costumes. Don't miss out on the fall event of the year at the home of the Texas Rangers. Tickets on sale right now. globelifefield.com/fall festival. That's globelifefield.com/fall festival. Sign up for the 5K too. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Also, shout out to our friends at Game Time. If you want to go to a game, we got everybody rolling now. We got our Mavs rolling. We got our Stars rolling. We got the Cowboys rolling, of course. You want to go to a game? Download the Game Time app. Get that bad boy on your phone and know that if you've just downloaded it, if you haven't used it before, if you haven't bought tickets before with our friends at Game Time, you use the code DLLS and you get $20 off that first purchase. Now you're cooking. If you're going to pay $1,700 to park, you need $20 off that ticket, right? That's why you get the Game Time app, $20 off that purchase, and you are working it. You could Uber out there. You wouldn't have to pay $1,700 necessarily.
Uber will be cheap.
But, concerts, comedy show, games, whatever it is, hit up our friends at Game Time. 20% off your first purchase with the code DLS. What time is it? Game Time?
Who?
It is the DLS Cowboys podcast, and there's a little something going on with the Cowboys that might need our attention because I'm just old enough to remember that boy had Mike McCarthy. This soft, not holding people accountable, this penalized team. I've had it with Mike McCarthy. There's no discipline. Well, Shoddy's team is whooping McCarthy at committing penalties. One of the worst in football, one of the most penalized teams in football is Brian Schottenheimer's Dallas Cowboys. So riddle me this. How much do you attribute that to the head coach? Because I remember Mike McCarthy caught a bunch of it.
Yeah. As the old saying goes, you're either coaching it or you're allowing it. That's what's happening. And for Mike McCarthy, as he's come in with all the vibes that he's talked about all offseason and everybody feel like he's a player's coach and all this and all of that kind of that stuff, the one thing that you needed, not the one thing, but one of the main things that you needed for this football team was a level of discipline. When you hear about week in and week out defensively and guys missing assignments and guys not knowing where to go, and then you have all this other stuff happening, then you have the penalties within the game. That right there, that falls squarely on the shoulders of the head coach. That is your responsibility. You have to create a line of discipline that has to be followed for these for these players. And there should be consequences that if it doesn't happen.
And repercussions.
There should be consequences and repercussions. I've been around here a long time.
Yeah, you have.
We know.
I
you know.
think the
Yeah, you have.
blame
I know that.
game, I'm not even going to do it.
Yeah, you've been around.
What's that Joe Pesci line?
Clarence saw a virgin birth.
What's that?
Don't look at me.
What's that Joe Pesci line? Who's next? I think the blame game goes on, who do we like? When Bill Parcells was here, he said, I don't coach penalties. That ain't on me. That's on the players. We don't respect Mike McCarthy, so yeah, it's your fault. Now, where are we with Shotty? Okay, because we love Shotty. He's different than Mike. He got all the vibes, the brotherhood. Are we ready to put the penalties around his neck like we did Mike McCarthy? Because we didn't do it with Bill Parcells because he said, I don't coach penalties. That's on y'all. You know, but certainly he came out Monday saying he's going to hold people accountable and people could lose jobs over penalties. Well, show me.
Yeah, and I think it's like anything else, right? Like what did Jimmy say? I'm going to treat everybody fair.
But everybody treat you the same.
But different.
Right.
Like, fair is going to be different for Michael Irvin than it's going to be for whoever else. And it's like, sure, if you have a guy, if you can go and it's individual players that are committing all the penalties. For instance, Tyler Guyton is on year 2. A lot of penalties. If I don't have a better player to put in there, what am I going to do? Hey, Tyler, stop false starting. I'm not trying to, I know, but stop it or else. What are you going to do? And like Tyler Guyton, you might actually could. And maybe that would help. And if you say, well, Nate Thomas is going to play football. But if CeeDee Lamb false starts twice, okay. Like, what you going to do?
We're not doing that because
he lined up in the legal formation.
Yeah, what you going to do?
Because Tyler Smith commits a lot of penalties.
Yeah, but
we're okay with Tyler Smith because he's a Pro Bowl All-Pro player. The problem is when you are on the edge, Sam Williams, Tyler Guyton, and you commit penalties, you can be replaced.
Where are y'all, though? Because they've committed 25 pre-snap penalties, which is 5th most in the league. When you see Sam Williams literally lining up in the neutral zone, like, is that really a Schottenheimer thing? That's more of a, hey.
No, because I think Sam's now in year 4.
Right. Yeah.
Sam been doing goofy stuff for 4 years.
But it's a Schottenheimer thing because you allow him to be on the field and he continue to do that.
Fair enough.
Right.
Okay, again, either coach or you allow it. Right now, they're allowing it because there's no repercussions. There's no consequences and repercussions.
And it costs you, because you think about like just, and I know people don't sometimes think about this, but go back to the Denver game, right? You get a turnover.
Right.
First series of the game, you get an interception. You get the ball close, and then what happens? You have penalties that backs you up. You go from potentially getting a touchdown to settling for a field goal, right? Then you actually you get them on to 3rd down the next drive, and then you commit a penalty, and then now they continue. So you could have potentially you could have gotten a stop the first drive, went and scored a touchdown, got them off the field in the second drive, and potentially went and scored again. 14-0 sounds a lot different than what it was.
Yeah.
And a lot of that's based on penalties. You're at the 1-yard line and you get a penalty to back you up, then it keeps you out the end zone, and then you have a chance to get off the field on the next drive and you create a penalty. And those are the type of things that, it may not be as glaring, especially earlier in the game, but when you were keeping stats at halftime, they had 9 penalties.
6 for pre-snap.
At halftime.
Yeah.
And it's the pre-snap penalty. It's all coaches. I'm okay with the aggressive penalties. It's the mental penalties, the pre-snap penalties. Just how you started the game. That game would have looked a whole lot different. The outcome may not have been different because they would have got to that defense anyway. But you have a chance to get off the field, first drive after interception, and James Williams on a 3rd down incompletion lines up offside. And then 2 plays later, they're running 40 yards to the end zone for a touchdown. That's a huge play in the game.
Yeah, and those are the ones where if I'm the head coach, I'm like, I don't know how to tell you this. The ball is right there.
You're looking at it.
You're looking right at it.
How are you beyond it? It's right there. I don't understand that. That one's wonky. But I do. I think penalties, like, it's hard. If it's a guy that is consistently gets penalties, makes mental mistakes, especially pre-snap, and I have anybody that I think is close to as good as him, cool, bench him. If you want to make a statement, I think the guy that it's the easiest with right now would be Sam Williams. Like, you commit a lot of penalties, and honestly, you're being outplayed by a lot of your teammates, so I can bench you. But that doesn't. What does that mean? Something to other people like that? I don't know. Like, I don't know how to put it on the head coach. I just don't know how to do that because I promise they're not practicing James Houston having his head across the ball.
But if there's no repercussions and people continue to do it, then who's it on? It's like bad parenting.
The players are adults.
But it's like bad parenting, yes. But players like kids. I'm sorry. I've been in the locker room a long time. He's been around. Players like kids, if you allow them to get away with stuff, they will get away with stuff. You know, you can say they're adults all you want to, but the environment, you create the environment, you set the expectations, and they will adhere to it.
And then if we're taking a step further in that, it's if I'm a coach and I've addressed this vehemently to my team over and over again, now there's a respect. There's a lack of respect that you have for me.
Yeah.
There's a lack of respect you have for me, for the game, for your teammates, for what we're trying to accomplish here. Again, especially when you're talking about being fifth most in the league with pre-snap penalties.
Right.
Like that's knowing, like you said, ball's there. Don't be beyond it. Hey, you just broke the huddle 15 seconds ago.
Right.
And he set on 2. Why are you jumping?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's those type of things where if I'm addressing this with a level of concern, because I may say sometimes like, hey guys, come on, we gotta be better with penalties, and I keep going on. You probably just keep going on. But if I address this thing with the level of like attention, like attentive aggression, then there's a lack of respect for me as the head man. And now that to me trickles down to more stuff within the locker room and how you feel about me being the leader of this team.
Right.
Because like parenting, I think coaching, and I've heard this from Nate Newton, from Michael Irvin, and others who were around Jimmy Johnson.
I was just gonna bring that up. Go ahead.
There's a level of fear. Like there was a level of we respect Coach Johnson, we like Coach Johnson, we love Coach Johnson. We're a little bit scared of him too.
Right.
We're a little bit scared of what he might do.
Right.
And I think that part is it's like to be scared. Like, do I think my grandmother was going to ever kill me? No. But the thought scared me enough. I've got some whoopings that I'm like, she might want me to die.
No.
So it was a healthy level of respect and fear.
Right. But respect is first. You respected the hell out of your grandmother.
Yes.
Okay. And then you feared her because you know she already gave you warnings and showed you when you were a kid. She raised you up a certain way that if you did something out of line, she was gonna get you. Okay.
Famous words. Where you act up is where you get jacked up.
And we saw it. I was gonna bring up the America's team thing, but you saw in the documentary when the Cowboys went from Jimmy Johnson to Barry Switzer, the erosion of discipline was immediate. And they talked about how they partied more and did all these different things.
Emmett said he told me to go to the pool, so I went to the pool.
Right. I mean, it's just different things. And we saw it then. But we also saw it when it went from Bill Parcells to Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips had a great first season, but the erosion of discipline, you know, from Bill Parcells to Wade Phillips was evident. And it showed on the field. And so, yes, the coach is not individually responsible for every penalty, but you allow it. Your discipline, it erodes, it seeps into every part of the organization. It don't just seep on penalties, it seeps on discipline, on defense, on fundamentals, on fitting your gaps and doing things. You just let things slide. You can't continue to let things slide.
Yeah, and I guess my gut is that for Shoddy, and this is just my impression of what I get to see, is that you really need things to be going well. And the worse that record is, the worse we're going to feel about this. Because I don't know if I think it's weird, but he's like all of his players' biggest fan. Like he wants to be their buddies and has a really positive and bubbly and fun energy.
That's the vibe, yeah.
And when CD's back at practice, he's like, "This is the best day of my life. It's so good to see you.
This is my birthday present."
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, that's great. I want everybody to be in a good mood at work. I want everybody to be happy, maybe more productive. But I mean, at some point, we probably got to yell at some folks. At some point, we can't be everybody's bestie. And you know, if you start losing, I think that'll be a thing where it's like, well, look at the culture. The culture is everything's fine. I'm your buddy.
And I also say, like, that's also where it can get a little bit. It's a very fine line between being a hard coach and a player's coach, because what happens is if everything is all vibey and we cool and you my mans in them and all that kind of stuff, the minute you scream at me, I'm like, oh,
what is this?
I'm like, damn, dog. Then I'm like, you could come talk to me. Now I feel offended.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, why you screamed at me in front of everybody?
Yeah.
You text me at 9 p.m. about
like
the TV show we're watching.
You know what I'm saying? So like that is it's a very fine line between being a coach and being a player's coach, because the moment you have to be disciplinarian, that's when the lines get a little bit too blurry.
Let's catch up these super chats real quick. Let's see. We got K Lot is in the super chat. Sign Pickens and go Pop Pop. I think that's just cheering for Pop Pop.
Yeah.
Go Pop Pop. CC Black's in the super chat. Eagles and Lions pay quarterback $50 million plus, 2 wide receivers $30 million plus, and multiple other big contracts. Why can't Dallas do it? Lions just give 97 a big contract today. If you've listened to the show before,
there's a reason why.
There is nothing stopping the Dallas Cowboys from doing that.
Correct.
They lie to their fan base about what they can and can't do. They are disingenuous about how the salary cap works because they like to keep a clean sheet. Some other teams are way more aggressive at adding talent, spreading out how they're going to account for that, paying the signing bonuses up front to add better players, and the Cowboys very intentionally mislead their fan base on their ability to do that by claiming that there's just not room. They lie to you over and over and over, and a lot of people buy it. Paying Dak was never a problem. Paying Micah would not have been a problem. Paying George Pickens what CeeDee Lamb makes would not be a problem. None of it would be. It's just a matter of how hard are you trying to compete right now? The answer for the Cowboys is not very. Coming up next on the DLS Cowboys podcast, let's talk about all the trade deadline chatter, what the Cowboys could be up to, buying, selling, names, things of that nature. It's next. Sign up to be a part of the Supporters Club. Look at all the people in the Supporters Club right there in the chat. I see Austin, MD Rowe, Dro Knows. They're up in here. And when you sign up to be part of the Supporters Club on YouTube, you get the golden badge next to your name, which is awesome. Over time, the badge will change. So those of you who sign up early will always have the original, which is pretty sweet, I think. And it just lets you know. It lets you know that you're that you are one of the sickos that's here with us every day. You get the badge, which helps you stand out in the chat. We'll see those. And you get access to exclusive emojis, which is great. There's an 88 one you can see there. The pop, bing, bong, all sorts of cool emojis. I'm working on getting an ice tank in there. That'll be good. And also, you get access to some behind-the-scenes content. We did some Halloween things with everybody. And you'll get access to that if you are a part of the Supporters Club. And if you're not, you will never see it. It'll be safely hidden from you forever. And you'll always wonder, boy, what video did I miss from those guys this week? There's something that people saw, and it wasn't me. Also want you to subscribe to Ali's newsletter, alldlls.com/newsletter is where you go to get that bad boy. And Ali works hard on it. We're trying to set records this week. We got the trade deadline approaching. You got 3 different teams in the swing right now, so you can get everything that you need to know about all your DFW teams in one place. And all you got to do is head on over to alldlls.com/newsletter, and then you'll see it. Ali also takes shots at us in his newsletter.
Yep. Here we got one right here. Jesse,
what was that? See?
You got a fan.
Yeah, you got. Okay, that's good.
Not my flavor, but I'll take it.
Our boss is here. Don't F up. I don't know if I should read that. Our boss is holding a sign that says our boss is here because it's the boss's boss that's here today. How is the pool fund going? The answer to that, 23.3. By the time I get the next one in the mail, it might be 23.2. But yeah, alldls.com/newsletter. It is the DLS Cowboys podcast, and so I was donging around on the internet today.
Mm-hmm.
I like to do that, which just means I'm surfing the web, is what we used to call it. I was surfing Al Gore's.
I know that term.
Al Gore's web.
I know what that means.
Surfing around there.
I know what that means. Just thought to let you know.
You know, Jason Garrett used to call it, we used to just be doing things, call it banging balls.
What? It was what?
That's what Jason Garrett called it. Because he just surfing around. Hey, you worry about your little show. Hey.
It's a little show. Little Mav show.
Little Mav show.
Congratulations. You're all up
Big
over here.
Cowboy show.
Look, man,
Hit the like button. If we don't get 21 more before the end of this show, I promise you we're all getting fired.
But like when you just
they're dealing with a lot
When you-
too.
when
and I
you-
know a lot of you want us to be fired.
When you just-
those of you who
when
don't.
you just asking questions, man, what are you guys doing? Y'all just bang. I mean, just banging. You're just banging balls on the internet.
Yeah,
I like
that's-
big
yeah.
backs.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Big bats.
Surfing, donging around, same thing.
So I was donging around on the internet, surfing, cruising the web, if you will. You guys remember the game Cruising the World in the bad arcade? You
Nope.
sit down in a little thing? No?
No.
Okay. Probably a white people thing.
It was.
But anyway, so I was on this, and they got this little trade deadline, like what do they think each team should do, what could they do, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm going to give a prize to whoever is the closest on this particular question that I'm going to ask before we dig into the girth of it. But I went to the Cowboys section. Chance to make the playoffs for the Dallas Cowboys according to computers. Whoever's the closest wins a prize.
Oh, we do a percentage.
Yeah. What percent do they have to make the playoffs right now? In the chat, get it in quick. KG says 35%.
31.5%.
31.5%.
25.
25%.
21.
Price is right. That's what I'm talking about. Slide right underneath everybody. The answer is 18.9%. Ali, you want a prize?
You know.
I'm going to bring you a half of something tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm going to bring
No
you a half
napkin.
of something tomorrow.
No napkin.
You know what, Jeff? Just for you.
Would you? Hey, he got the
Hey.
DLLS. He got the
you
cowboy
go.
one on. Look at that. Ride that horse.
Hold.
Yeah, the answer is 18.9% is what the computer says the Cowboys' chance to make the playoffs. And so the first question on the table, add, subtract, or sit it out. What should the Cowboys do at the trade deadline, and can that change on Monday? Does a win change it? In the chat, trade people, trade for people, or do nothing. Who was the closest in the chat? We're just looking for the lowest number. KG screwed everybody up by throwing out 35 is what happened.
I'm going to say that the Cowboys, in my personal opinion, sit it out. Sit it out. I think that's where I'm at.
Well, if they're not even
At this
talking
one.
to George Pickens, you don't want to sell?
They're not.
Huh?
They're not.
What if somebody calls about Tolbert? It's a little something.
Is that selling?
Yeah, that's selling.
Is it?
Like, should you
Okay,
be? Yes, that's selling.
Outside of
example,
Pickens,
Like a garage sale, that's still
Like,
selling.
I have a washer machine, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking to get a new one.
Right.
The one that I have is not broke.
And if somebody gives you $50 for it, that's selling it.
But I'm not even. I'm gonna put it on the curb and put a sign on
And
it.
they would take it.
And who could take it? You know, I don't even want money for it.
on that.
That's because you got money.
got a little bit.
You got money. You don't want money. You don't care. I'm going to sell mine.
You should get a pool.
I'm putting mine on Facebook. Put mine on Facebook Marketplace so you have to pick it up, come get it, send me my money.
That's a lot of work.
Well, you got
That's how I feel.
But he's going to put it on the curb anyway.
He's gonna put it on the curb,
What's the extra work? He's
gonna
taking
put
it
it-
out
You
and
have
put it
to
on
be
the curb.
home at a certain time. Someone has to be at my house. Like, they're going to want me to help them.
Because you got money too.
Then they get there, they're like,
don't care
"Oh,
about that.
I got tons
you're
of
Jesse
money.
don't
Holly.
care about that.
Now you know
Stop,
where I
Jesse.
live.
Jesse,
I'm
stop.
good.
You don't
Yeah, I
care
know
about
people
that
about-
$100.
good.
You don't care about that extra $100.
Good.
I mean,
$100 doesn't change my life. I'm
Simon
rich.
said
I
you
got a
don't care about that
Peloton.
extra $100. See, you got rich.
I ride my Peloton looking at my pool. You know what I'm saying?
It's spending money. Rich housewife right there. I'm sorry. I've been riding it long enough.
You keep saying that in
Because I'm tired
We get it.
I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting.
You wanna
tired
buy.
of promises of down the road.
There's
You
3,
wanna
4,
buy.
and 1 team to go for it.
It's not about going for it, but yeah, add something. You need to add something. You're not gonna add it in free agency. If there's an opportunity to add something for now and the future, do it. You always should add. You should always be trying to improve your team. I don't understand the mentality of not trying to improve your
for you
team.
to be around here for so long as you
Now, you-
previously mentioned, like you act like you don't know the routine rhythm of how this thing goes.
The question, what we think they should do, not
Okay.
what
You're
think
right.
they're going to
I
do.
apologize. My fault. You're right. My bad. Taps chest.
Yeah, it's not about what we think they're going to do.
You don't have to
We know
say
they ain't
tap
gonna
chest,
do
that's what
nothing.
you're doing.
We know they ain't gonna do nothing
Yeah.
because they ain't never done nothing. But just like in free agency, I have hope that they're gonna do something. I want them to do something. I want you to try to win. I understand the mentality of we gotta say this salary cap room, gotta say these picks. For what? They don't give you rings for salary cap room. They don't give you rings for hoarding picks and trading down.
Well, if you
and see
use
how
them in the right
smarter I
way,
am
they
in the
could.
draft and still get bad players. If there's an opportunity to improve and get good players, do it.
I mean, it does get them what they want.
If you use them in the right way, though, they can.
If it was the fifth, we'd all be drunk right now.
And that'd be amazing. It'd be so good.
If it was the fifth, Jet would have a fireball in his hand right now. I mean, if they use him in the right way, we all know they
You
ain't
want them to get better, but 3-4-1, like, come on.
The record has nothing to do with trying to improve your team.
I agree with that. Like, I'm down to add to this team, and we talked about it yesterday. I'm down to add to this team, but I am absolutely not down with giving up anything for somebody whose contract is up after this year.
That's two different conversations.
That's two different things. Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I'm not saying
We
the
don't
1
rent
year.
nobody.
I'm not talking about the 1 year rental.
Yeah, but if you get somebody who can help me
If
for
it's
2-3
someone
years,
sticking around long term, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we keep talking about Max Crosby. You're not getting Max Crosby in the draft. You're not. If you can give up Max Crosby, get Max Crosby for a first round pick, you're not getting that in the draft.
2 first-round picks.
You're not getting that in the draft. And he's here for 3-4 years. You're not getting that in the draft.
Right. Yeah. I think that's my dream still, is just call him again today. Still got 2 1s for you. Call him tomorrow. Still got these 2 1s for you. Call him the day before the deadline.
And he has a reasonable contract.
Got these 2 1s for you.
Because we know what Michael's deal is. We know where the defense ends are getting paid. And we just saw Aiden Hutchinson get paid. Max Crosby has a reasonable contract.
Max Crosby became underpaid in 6 months from signing his new contract. Maybe you should have signed Micah back then. Who cares? Sorry, that's the way that Jerry hurts his team the most. Like, we're going to talk in the next segment about people and their contracts and how much money they make. And the way they do it is so dumb. Dumb's the wrong word. I apologize. That's an attacking word. Befuddling.
We're just going back and around in circles. We're coming back to what we need.
What's that? Oh, yeah. It's very funny.
And because if you don't sign Pickens, you're going to be drafting a receiver next year.
And that's the thing is, like, you just keep doing this, and that's the part where you go, you lost. If your whole trajectory is to bring back what you let out the door, and then you do it again in the offseason because you let another play go out the door,
Thanos stuff.
like, that is just, like, after what it said, look at
Whatever
you,
he
after
said,
all your failures, look at you, it
Where
led
did it
you
bring
right
you?
back to me.
Back to me.
Yeah.
Right back to how can we replace Micah Parsons?
Yeah.
Because Jerry did that on his own because he's a terrible general manager that got mad at somebody. Key position of need that they have listed is, of course, edge rusher, but also the prediction from Dan Graziano is that is not what they will actually add, probably because the names we're talking about on the edge rusher are the big names, and you'd have to give up more for it. And he says that he believes it's more likely they add a linebacker or a defensive back, which I guess I would be surprised on either of those, because he named the 2 positions that what Jerry Jones is going to sell you is, those are fixed. Give me 2 weeks. Because in 2 weeks, Overshone fixes the linebackers. And in 2 weeks, Revel's going to fix our corners. And we don't need that. And so I don't know. Everybody seems to be thinking that the Cowboys are actually going to make at least a trade. I think I'm starting to lean towards they're not going to do anything.
And when you say defensive back, we don't think they're going to do anything. We already know that. You know, the question is what we think they should do. But piggybacking on Graziano when he's talking about defensive backs, might he be talking about a safety rather than a corner?
Could be. But that goes back to, this is all next segment stuff, I guess, but it goes back to all the same things. Like, this is what the Dallas Cowboys, this is why I think they do everything wrong, and I think that if you had a real general manager, you would do it right. Will McClay has the worst job in sports because he can't run the football team because somebody up top is busy ruining it and letting you know which part of the job you're allowed to do. They've drafted so bad because they let so many people have a voice and pick players that they want. Coaches get to pick players, and some of these coaches are butt at evaluating talent, but it's like, that's who you want? Deal. You got him. And so for 4 years, you've drafted terribly defensively. And so then it's like, all right, no one in the league wants to give Malik Hooker or Donovan Wilson good money. We'll give them decent money to stick around here. That's the sort of player that most teams are trying to replace with a younger, cheap player. Oso Digizua, Jake Ferguson. Those are the sort of players that a lot of people are trying to replace with a younger, cheaper player. But they're the ones who will agree to a middle-of-the-road contract, and so that's who the Cowboys do sign while they penny pinch on the studs. It's ass-backwards GMing. Completely ass-backwards. Prioritizing the guys that are easy to get done and the guys who should be the easiest to get done. You penny pinch and tell your fan base you can't afford it, and you lie. You make them mad. You try to cut their agent out of the deal. Like, you just do all sorts of dumb stuff, and it drives me nuts.
Real quickly, Corey Wells, 3094. Jesse, for God's sake, Micah and Crosby are different types of players.
No, they're not.
What are you talking about?
No, they're not. Like, yeah, I guess if you're saying wrestling an offensive tackle, Max Crosby would more consistently have a chance to lock him out. Sure. And Micah's a little bit better as a pure pass rusher. Sure. They're dominant edge players that change a defense. And there's how many of them? Three or four? Four.
Miles, Watt, Crosby, Parsons.
Yeah. You want to have one of them.
Maybe you could add when Bose is healthy.
And if you're a team that isn't going to go 0-17 and you trade one of those players, you are a psycho. It's the easiest, yes, I keep him, whatever that market costs, in the league outside of quarterback is those guys. And your guy traded one. And I'm tired of talking about it, but I can't stop myself because that's how silly it is. It's Luka. It's what are you? And the fact that that dude got so many of you to think it makes sense is what drives me maybe more bonkers. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Let me see what I got down here.
It gets loud in here.
What happened?
Getting loud in here.
It is getting loud here. We're gonna with the bosses here. So there's a bunch of people up here. Coming up next. Did anyone see this coming on this Cowboys team? It's next. Sign up to be a diehard, baby, so you can hear me be mad at Jerry all the time. That's bad broadcasting. I'm tired of doing it, too. I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm going to find different things on this team to talk about. It's just so hard because you're 3-4-1, and it's his fault. It's so hard. Talk about the other stuff, though. Sign up to be a diehard. That way you get everything that we have on our website, including the things that are on the diehard-only level. You get that when you sign up. You get an ad-free experience on the website, which is nice. And we're covering all of your favorite sports teams, as long as you're a DFW sports fan. And, you know, that is high-quality content on your Rangers, Stars, Mavs, and Cowboys. When you sign up to be a diehard, we got beat writers for all of it. We're doing these shows for all of it. You need all that in your life. And then you'll know everything you need to know about your favorite sports teams. Okay. When you sign up to be a diehard, you also get to pick a free t-shirt from the merch store. And those shirts are pretty awesome. Ali's wearing one today. I have one on, I promise. It's just underneath my little thing here. I got one of the original ones. What is it, silver and blue? The old silver and blue situation there. Ali's got one of the newer ones over there. But yeah, a lot of sweet t-shirts, and you can choose one of those bad boys when you sign up to be a diehard. Look at all those options. Those are good. I like that not Nolan one. Definitely not Nolan. No trademark infringement here. Just that baseball-looking one with the punching and the headlock. I like that shirt a lot. Also want you to sign up, subscribe for Ali's newsletter, alldlls.com/newsletter. That gets you up to date every morning right there in your inbox. And ain't that nice? Nice and convenient. You wake up, have whatever your morning drink of choice is, clear out the pipes real quick.
Yeah.
Read that newsletter. You know?
Did that this morning.
I'll take the laptop in the potty with me. I don't even read it on my phone.
7-pound lighter.
Laptop in there.
You gotta take the phone.
I take the laptop in
I
there.
used to take the newspaper. I used to take the whole newspaper, and I just
Of course
take my
you did.
phone.
I take the paper.
You've never read a whole newspaper. Cover to
Here
cover.
we go again.
It's the DLS Cowboys podcast. It's good to see you guys. Next thing we need to talk about. I wish I had something way more positive to talk about, but the next thing we need to talk about is did anyone see this coming when the Cowboys made a trade that we would get halfway through the season and we would start talking about Kenny Clark in a negative way?
No. When Kenny first got here, his first couple of games,
He got off to a good start.
got off to a really good start. And of course, Jerry, the greatest salesman there ever was, you know, he told us this is going to stop the run. This is going to be the piece that we needed to stop the run. This is going to be that fortifying piece in the middle that we've been looking for all of these years. I'm telling you, this is going to work for the Cowboys. And I don't know, because sometimes you are what you hang around, right? Like your parents ever tell you that? Like you are
the diamond turning into the.
I think when you hang around, if you hang around poop long enough, people will start thinking you're poop, or at least you'll smell like it.
Yep.
And I think I don't know what happened, but Kenny got around some other guys, and his game went from very promising to not so promising. And the last 2-3 weeks, Kenny Clark
Ain't so good.
He's not the saver we thought he once would be.
No.
And I didn't know that would be the cause, or that would be the case when Kenny got here. I thought putting him next to Osa that matchup would be pretty good. So now you have Kenny, Osa, and Mozzie that are supposed to be the guys in your middle of your defense to help you out, and they're not putting together good performances.
And that goes back to the same thing. Like, the guy you let go made Osa better. He would make Kenny Clark better. I don't think anybody would make Mozzie Smith better. And I say that with all due respect. But we saw enough of Mozzie that he's just probably not an NFL player, or he's an end-of-the-roster guy. But, yeah, that's a first-round pick and two guys that make $20 million. And Jerry was super proud that they don't have to pay Kenny's full salary this year. Well, next year you do.
Yeah.
And we may start talking about Kenny Clark salary cap casualty. The guy that you sold us, like, the only reason we could trade Micah is because we got this back. Well, we're a few weeks. Maybe Jerry won't do this because he loves to protect everything he's done, and maybe he'll ride it out and say he's great and he's playing great. But we may not be far from when he started talking about his money and how he makes too much money. And I didn't see us getting here with him. I thought that he would be good, steady, not as good as he was the first couple of weeks, but I thought he would be a solid player for you all the way through. And now we're even Kenny Clark you're looking at going, damn.
It's a major.
The problem is that Jerry was selling. He was selling some bill of goods. It's like, to justify Micah Parsons. And I think, and I've said it, this is why one of these content creators got mad at me last week and did a whole segment on me, because I said Jerry's making Kenny Clark, trying to turn Kenny Clark into Reggie White and Ndamukong Suh. He was never that guy in his prime.
No.
He's a good player.
Jerry said you'd be better on defense in the short and long term with Kenny Clark instead of Micah Parsons. And y'all bought that.
And he's a
Not
good,
y'all. You know, I'm just saying some of y'all.
He was in his prime at his best. He was a good run stopper, good nose tackle. He was never Derek Brown. He was never Sexy Dexy. He was never, a guy that was going to anybody like that. That was never
He's
him.
really a 5 to 10 pounds heavier Osa.
Yeah,
that's who he is.
But
he's usually for his career a better run player, but he's not a dominant nose
not
tackle.
Derek Brown.
He's a quick,
Dexter Lawrence.
make some plays, good player.
None of that. What's the guy in Tampa's name? I don't mess his name up.
Vita Vea.
Not Vita Vea.
Vita Vea.
No one's him.
And he can get to the quarterback too.
Yeah.
But that's how Jerry was selling us on Kenny Clark. And Kenny Clark's a nice dude, good dude.
No, he's getting Aaron Donald, baby.
You're not.
I cheer
and
for
you
Kenny
know
Clark.
that.
Yeah.
But you do not, in a passing league in 2025, trade a pass rusher for a run stopper when you're playing nickel 80% of the time.
And you traded the best pass rusher for an okay run stopper.
Yeah, and the thing too, again, 21.5 as you can say, but is he going to do it? Probably not, because he wants people to know I made this pick and it's the right move, and he might let that get in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he sticks with Kenny Clark at that salary, it's because he's been stubborn and doesn't want to say I lost and made a bad decision on Micah Parsons. And he's done that. He's kept players here longer than the past because he don't want to admit a mistake. You can go back to Taco Chart. Maybe we're talking about Mozzie Smith this year. But they don't want to admit a mistake, especially a high-end mistake like a high draft pick or somebody you traded for. They don't want to admit that too early. And after 1 year, he ain't admitting that. He ain't admitting that.
And that's a great way to not be one of the good teams in the NFL.
Yep.
It's a great way to do it, is to not be good with your salary cap, is to not fill the needs that you have in the right ways, and to not draft well, and to not use free agency.
Speaking of needs, it's a big party here at DLLS. We got a big meeting coming up. Everybody's eating. Do you smell this barbecue?
Yeah.
You can go.
I mean, everybody's eating. I mean,
That didn't mean anything to our audience, sir.
how you not distracted?
Hey,
I
look.
was thinking that, but I hate it because I hate being last at this type of buffet type line. That's why I don't go to buffets.
We'll be okay.
I don't. People pick over
Clarence,
it.
you show
Everybody ain't.
empty-handed to dinner?
Everybody ain't as sanitary.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
No.
I'm sorry.
Daniel's in the super chat with a second 50 bomb.
Ooh.
He said, just sending the love. Love the show. Love y'all fellas.
No. Just, we don't. Not to this song.
Jesse, okay, that one made me a little uncomfortable. That
Yeah,
made me a little. That might
Not
have been
to
a
this
penalty.
song, Jesse.
That might have been a bit.
That might have been a penalty.
I want to see you thrust.
What?
Hey,
John. Oh my God,
John, you got that? You write it down.
Oh,
we will
God.
be hearing that tomorrow when the intro plays.
Jesus Christ.
Chris is in the super chat. He said, silly Lions. Could have got 4 or 5 players for Hutch. The Lions extended Aiden Hutchinson. And in the last however many years they
Someone just sent, I don't know who sent it to our group chat and said that the Lions have committed almost $1 billion in
Yeah, I said
overall.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was you?
Yeah.
They said committed essentially almost $1 billion worth of contracts to their cornerstone players.
and never once did their GM come out and say, there's only so much pie.
Yeah.
We can't afford Jameson
one.
Williams or Amon-Ra St. Brown or Penei Sewell or Jared Goff or now Aiden Hutchinson. They just signed their best players. The no-doubters, you signed them.
$968.5 million the Lions are committed to 9 cornerstone players in contract extensions.
I don't think you can have 9
And-
cornerstone players. Jerry says you can only have like 3.
They draft well.
And Hutchinson signed for 45. What he
45 mil a year.
45 million a year coming off a catastrophic knee injury, right? 45 million. Now he's had a great start.
Oh, he broke his leg.
Okay, broke his leg.
Yeah.
Catastrophic injury, leg injury. Broke his leg, come back. $45 million for Aiden Hutchinson. And Aiden Hutchinson's great. He's no Micah Parsons. You're talking about Micah Parsons' money, getting 47 or 46 and a half in Green Bay. That's what the market bears. That's why I go back to Pickens hitting the market. Whether he deserves CD money is not the point. Whether he's good at CD is not the point. Because the top receiver money now is $40 million, not 35, not 34. Chase is up to 40, right?
Something like that.
So if he gets 34, you're not getting the top of the market.
But that goes like that. So this is, if you weren't with us earlier, but doesn't that, Jeff talking about the front office, like, is that not incredibly negligent for the Cowboys to have not reached out to his representation? When like, hey, you're in the last year and we know how you and your clients tend to handle getting franchise tagged. So we just want to check in on numbers, see if we're optimistic that something's going to get done here. Are we both interested? And if it's not going to happen and we lose the game this week, well, we'll be 3-5-1. We're not going to make the playoffs. Do you want to reach out to other teams about if you can find the dollar amount you want and we could get something back that would be better than a comp pick a year from now? Like, it's the bare minimum that I think any front office that even approaches competent. Like, that's baseline. You're in your last year. We just had an experience with you. How are our lines of communication? What are you looking for? Do we think we're going to do it? If we lose this game, do you have people who want to pay you that? Can we put you there, etc.?
Well, 2 things. Number one, what is understood don't have to be explained, okay? We all know what
It's
the deal
their
is.
job.
I understand that.
It's their job.
Second part
their job is not if you ask them about it to say, we think we know.
Second part is this. He's never making the first phone call. You know, you had a fight. You know, he's never making the first phone call. He's not making the first phone call.
I hate it here.
He's not making the first phone call.
I
Because
hate
then
it
he thinks he lost leverage. He's lost the negotiation when he makes the first phone call. He's not doing that.
I hate it here. I'm so sorry for Dak.
But that's what's happening here. You know that.
Dak, CD, y'all don't deserve this. DeMarcus Ware got the hell up out of here and got a ring. Like,
They cut him. They cut him.
I know this is
'Cause
backwards.
he was hurt.
That's fine. I know this is backwards to do. I hope Green Bay wins the Super Bowl this year.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
I want the
It will make
Cowboys.
our trip to the
I
Super Bowl
want the
so much
Cowboys
fun.
to win. I pull for the Cowboys to win. The person who makes it the hardest, I also pull for the things that expose how bad he is at this. I want Micah to get a ring.
You know how I know when
I
Jeff
just
is
want him to get
serious
to the
about
Super
it?
Bowl.
I want him to win it.
That media night,
Yeah, you'll be talking to Micah's mom the whole time.
him holding. I will. And his dad. It'll be a lot of storylines. That media night, that Jerry on the red carpet. I don't do older women. I don't do young women.
It's hard around here right now. And it's your fault, Jerry. Like, I want to talk about football team stuff, and we will. But golly, all roads right now lead back to the same spot, and that spot will not change. And that kind of sucks. But anyway, we're glad you guys are here. You know, keep hanging out with us. I do like talking and hanging out with y'all.
How's barbecue time?
All right.
Time to eat meat.
We'll see y'all tomorrow. It's time to eat. Clarence is a weirdo. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. So be cool to everybody. It's us you need to feel for. All of us. We got to deal with this stuff. Y'all and us. Love you, be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
We all silly like the mayor.